Hi everyone, it's Tanya here with Memory Lane Keepsakes, and welcome back to my channel. I am here to share a few project shares with you guys today and discuss some new dies that I recently was able to get by Beebeecraft. I've been a collaborator and a guest designer. I am so happy to be able to come on here and share my Beebeecraft projects with you all. Today's video is going to be featuring hot foil dies that you can purchase from Beebeecraft. I will have all of the products that I discuss here in this video listed in the description box for you guys to be able to go ahead and click on those links and go directly to Beebeecraft to shop with them. I also have a coupon code, and that coupon code is Memory10 to save 10% off of your purchase, so definitely take advantage of that. And there's also some ways to be able to collaborate with them. That information will also be listed below, but you can also check out my unboxing video that I recently not too long ago did earlier this past month. So if you missed that, definitely click on that while I go into more detail on how you can become a collaborator with Beebeecraft. So make sure you definitely take advantage of that as well. So let's jump on into what we're going to be talking about today. I am going to be talking about a few different dies. This first set of dies here are the hot foil dies, and these are the flowers and diagonal pattern plate dies. This is the diagonal plate right here. Beautiful die. This one right here, you can see those diagonal lines, and this die right here actually makes for a great simple card when you're using your hot foil machine. And also I have this beautiful hot foil flower die right here. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the way this one is laid out in position. Beautiful. This one right here also comes with a cutting die to be able to cut out your flower hot foil die as well, and you can use that if you choose to, or you can just foil directly on your cardstock paper. Now, I am new to the hot foiling, but I have been having so much fun. I have been playing for a week now, and I have been trying these different dies out, and I have really been happy with the outcome. And I want to share with you some different tips and things that I've done that may help you along the way if you're new to hot foiling. Alright, so one of the things that I would tell you firsthand to be able to use these dies, you are going to need some type of hot foil machine. I have used my new machine, which is my Spellbinders hot foil glimmer machine. This particular machine allows me to be able to use these hot foil dies as you saw here, and this particular die right here. Now, in order to be able to cut this hot foil die out once you use it, you will use one of your cutting dies. I also use my Spellbinders die is foil machine, as well as my cutting machine, which happens to be my scissor bit shot, to be able to cut this hot foil die out. And if you have another cutting machine, it should work just fine, but just read the directions and make sure that your machine is equipped to be able to handle the pressure and the particular dies that you have here. Every machine do work different. So these are the dies that I'm featuring, and I will be showing some more in just a moment. What I wanted to share with you all with those dies that I have used, I have used some different cardstocks on it to show you different looks. Now, when I use that beautiful flower die, this is what it looked like, and I pulled some of my different foils that came with my machine. This gold one came with my machine, as well as this rainbow. Look how beautiful. I absolutely love that. And then this one I already had in my stash from another pack that I recently purchased. These are the hot foil different tools that you would need. And so the foil looks like this when you choose to cut it out. And so using that particular foil, this is what it looks like, and you can see the impression that it leaves right there. But when you place it on your machine, you definitely want to lay it this direction. You want to keep the shiny side down and keep the silver portion upward so you can foil properly. So that's what it turned out like. And when I got to use this beautiful foil, this foil, the first attempt when I did it, didn't work out so great, and I'm gonna tell you what I did to fix that so you won't have that same problem. This is the first time I did it here, and this is the back of this one. So you see it didn't have a good impression for that first one there. And so what I did to fix that, I went ahead and I laid This is the outcome of that one, by the way. What I did was I laid a few different cardstocks on top, and I stacked them on top of my machine when I got ready to run them through my scissored bit shots to emboss, as well as get that nice cut. With doing that, it gave me a better impression. That's why I was able to go back and fix it. So when I did that, this was the first attempt, and this one is the second attempt. So you can see what that looks like. Much better impression by me stacking up those cardstocks to run it through my scissored bit shot machine after I used my hot foil machine. And you can see the difference. So you can see this one didn't give a good impression and this one did. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to definitely be better. And this one's a little closer to the edge there, but we're still able to make it work. And so with that being said, that first one that I did do that didn't come out so great turned out like this. That was the first one that I went ahead and cut. You can barely see the foiling on this one, but I went ahead and I redid it, and I did most of the dies 2 or 3 times each. But I want to definitely share with you that you can still go back and get a better impression if you just keep doing it again, and also make sure you add some pressure. So with that being said, as I showed you this one right here, these were some of the different attempts. So that first one was no good. The second one was a little better, but by this paper being textured, it didn't come out as good because I didn't have any pressure. Third attempt, 3 times the charm. I got it great on the third attempt. This is my finished card using that beautiful hot foil flower die and diagonal die. And I'm going to show you now what that looks like, because I'm really happy with how it turned out. So with those attempts not being perfect, I did get it. Look how gorgeous. Now you see the difference. So this is my finished card using that hot foil flower die and diagonal hot foil die. And I used some of my other hot foil dies that I had in my stash, and I used the word with sympathy in a smaller area, and I used some diamond dots to enhance the beauty of this beautiful flower hot foil die. And so you can see what the results of that looks like. And this is my card. I did use my gold foil in the background for the diagonal look, as well as the flowers. Now still in the flowers, there's still a little bit of foiling, but I still went ahead and worked with it in my design because I like the way that looks. It created kind of like a shadow, and I just went with it. I wanted to enhance that a little bit more. So what I did was I went ahead and added some of my gold diamond dots, and to enhance the center of those flowers there, and you can see what that looks like there. And at the bottom here, I used another sentiment. It says with sympathy, a smaller one, using some diamond dots, and I lifted that up by raising it with the foam tape. And that's the results that I got using those 2 dies, or 3 dies actually, because again, you have the hot foil die, you have the one that cuts it, and then you have the diagonal hot foil die. 3 dies on this card, and then this been an extra one, 4 dies, but this is a personal one for me. So yes, I'm really happy with the turnout. So that's my first card from Beebeecraft, so I'm loving that. The next card that I have is another one that I worked with. This particular one right here, I use some different things, and I want to share with you what that looks like. So the die that I'm going to be featuring now is a few different ones. So I have some different ones that I want to share, some hot foiling dies, and this one here, staying within the flower theme. This one is called Hot Foil Flowers and Green Leaves. These are the die plates. These are the hot foil die. You have this beautiful rose here. Look how gorgeous, massive. It's really, really big. This is the size of my hand. You can see how big and how much room that takes up. I love the deep impression that this one has. And then we have this beautiful hot foil leaf die. Gorgeous, massive. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. The possibilities are definitely endless with these 2 dies here. And then you have the cutting dies that you can go ahead and cut the hot foil dies directly out. And this is that one for the rose, the outline there. And then we have the one for the leaves. Absolutely beautiful. And so with those dies, I did cut these out, and I did use my hot foiling. For the hot foiling, I did gold and I did green, and I also did some rainbow as well. So this is what it looks like when I did the rose. This is the back of it here. So that's the rose one there. And then we also have one in a rainbow. This is the rainbow one. You can see that. Look how beautiful that paper is. And that's the back impression. The rose turned out really, really nice. I think so far that one would have to be one of my favorites because of the size of it. And then we have the leaves, and that's how that one look. We're cutting out those leaves and hot foiling those. And that's another one. I did 2 of those. Now on for what it looks like on the paper. I have already cut out a hot foil on this paper here. Now on this one, I didn't get the best impression because I realized my plate did move when I detached it from the hot foil machine. And up here, but you can go back and you can actually fix that by using some of your different tools to help with that hot foiling. So I'm still going to keep this. I'm not going to throw this out because of that one little area. And you can also cut that and just make it your own and do something with it. I'm not worried about this hot foiling that got on the outside of the cardstock, outside of the flower. Inside, again, I make that work by it being like a shadow. But overall, the deep impression that this one gives is everything in that gold. So that's what that looks like there. Now with the green one, with the green leaf, look how beautiful. That green foil is everything. And I love the fact that it has this beautiful metallic pattern here. You can see how gorgeous that is when you look at this up close. And I love the size of that leaf hot foil die. Absolutely gorgeous. So I use those 2 together as a set. And then I did go back and I did cut them out. So I want to show you what it looked like on the cardstock paper when I hot foiled it, as well as the foil that I just shared with you as well. Now before I show you that, I did want to go ahead and show you another die that I'm also going to be showing in another video as well, a little bit more closely. But I'm going to move these to the side here because I want to take time and share with you another die set before I show you the finished card. So the other die set that I'm going to be also featuring in this video happens to be this beautiful set that is by Globeland, also from by Beebeecraft. The dies that I'm placing on here, you can also use this right here. And I love mixing and matching using my Spellbinders Glimmer machine along with these hot foil dies from Beebeecraft. Absolutely everything. These are the other dies that I'm referring to. These dies right here happen to be the hot foil Dragonfly Butterfly dies. And you can see these are the hot foil dies right here. Absolutely gorgeous. I just kept them joined together and foiled them all as a set. With me doing that, this is what they look like. So I did them on the rainbow. This is what it looks like on this side when you foil them. Absolutely beautiful. Now I did take time and foil them on some cardstock, and this is what they look like. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. And so I did that. This was my first attempt, and I realized some of the part of the butterfly did not completely foil like I would like it. But again, you can go back and fix that if you choose. I have some different tips and tricks that I like to use when things don't turn out right. You don't always throw those mistakes away. You take them and you make it better. So one of the things that I did was I did go ahead and detach all of my cutting dies, and I did go back and cut each beautiful dragonfly and the flower and the butterflies out. And so with that being said, you will see those on this video and another upcoming Beebeecraft video that I would come back to share some hot foil die projects with you all. So with that being said, let's show you my finished card, because I'm really happy with the way everything turned out. So my finished card is this one right here, and I did use this paper pad for the background, which happens to be the LOL paper that I had in my stash. I used the background for that. That's how I got the background. And the finished card is this right here. Look how gorgeous. Now, like I mentioned, that flower and that leaf hot foil die set and cutting die set is absolutely massive. I love this. Is a 5x7 card to give you an indication. It goes from top to bottom. You can also see where I used the dragonfly, the smaller one here at the bottom. I just raised that up using some of my foam tape there. And look how that flower is shining. That rose is absolutely everything. You can also go back in and color if you choose to, but I wanted to go ahead and leave it white for the simple fact I really wanted that beautiful rainbow foiling to definitely shine through and be the focal point of this card. I like how the hot foiling is around the leaves here. Absolutely stunning. So this is the card right here, and I chose to leave the sentiment off for now because this can pretty much go for anything. So the inside is blank, but that can change. And so that is the finished card for this one, also using the hot foil rose and green leaf die plate, and also the hot foil dragonfly and butterfly die plate. And so I love that. And these are my 2 cards that I'm featuring here in this video. Everything will be listed in the description box for you all. Make sure you definitely take a look at those links, and that coupon code again is memory10 to save 10% off of your purchase. Happy shopping, and feel free to leave a comment and also subscribe to my channel. Check me out on my Instagram page, which is Memory Lane Keepsakes 2017. Blessings, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye bye.